Hello, I'm Jason Johnson, and what just happened? Yes, from an earlier players' meeting that happened earlier this morning, and from the Louisville Courier Journal, the University of Louisville's men's basketball team has decided to ban themselves from the postseason this year. Pretty much, they have decided to not compete in the NCAA tournament and also in the ACC conference tournament that is coming in March 8th. Now, it was a now the school announced its sanctions as the university president James Ramsey pretty much announced this thing in a news conference. Also, who was accompanied by Rick Pitino and Tom Jurish. This happened because amid an ongoing NCAA investigation that was involved with a former prostitute and a former U of L staffer who pretty much who had alleged that the prostitute Katina Powell claimed that a former staffer by U of L who was also paid strippers and prostitutes to do parties that help land University U of L to land recruits. They also hosted parties for former U of L players, some currently active U of L players, and most importantly, and pretty much recruits. It was big enough where they actually even involved the fathers of recruits to lure these recruits, and it is a big thing there. Pretty much, it was believed to be held in Billy Minardi Hall, which is the on-campus dorm where U of L players stayed in. And it was named after Rick Pitino's late brother-in-law, Billy Minardi, who died in 9/11 terrorist attacks. So, first off, it is a big thing here, and pretty much U of L has not been out of a conference tournament since any postseason tournament since the NCAA tournament, more specifically since 2006. So this is a big deal for Vel, especially they actually won the national championship in 2013, and they've been to the regional finals 3 of the past 4 years. And this is a big thing, a big heartfelt thing here. So it's big. So it's kind of a big deal in this case with U of L at this point. So now the thing is that about this is U of L has taken this account, and pretty much despite the fact that nothing has shown up from this investigation since then, U of L has decided to do this thing here. Now the question is, was it fair that U of L had to do this? I mean, I guess we could look at the no side of the equation here. I guess that though U of L hasn't done anything yet about the issue here, hasn't really done anything, or hasn't done anything illegal no, Louisville may have done something illegal that we think they have not. Though some claim they have done this. It is something that is a big thing, and it is a big point, especially now because Louisville is currently 19th in the nation in the AP polls, and they have an 18-4 record, and they are currently 7-2 in ACC play. Now they just beat North Carolina, the number 2 team in the country, just this past Monday. So for something like this to come in, it is pretty much will be a big thing, big deal at this point, and is pretty much will be a big effect to U of L in the long run. Is a big deal, especially when the players heard about this news earlier this morning. It was a big deal for some players, for a few players, especially graduate transfers, Damian Lee and Trey Lewis, who in their past, and it seems they played or they have not even made it to the NCAA tournament. So if U of L, which most likely U of L would have been in the tournament, which they most likely would have been at this point, pretty much at the point here, pretty much it would have been a big thing for Damian Lee and Trey Lewis. It would have been their first tournament appearance, making the tournament. So it was a very heartfelt thing, and also this is pretty much their last chance to be in the tournament. So it was a very emotional thing there. Now the thing is, despite as Rick Pitino did say that this is a big heartfelt thing, this is hard pill to swallow, but that's the thing. Is it fair? Now, one of the things about this investigation, there hasn't been any new information or anything coming out of this yet. Though Tina Powell says the evidence is true. Now, another thing is, now, my big question is it fair that U of L had to ban themselves? Was it fair that U of L had to ban themselves from from the NCAA tournament and the ACC tournament? I mean, it's dicey here because we don't know when the investigation could be closed and they find and it actually could happen. So was it fair that they had to do this? I mean, it is harsh, but was it the right thing for U of L to do this? In the end, my answer is yes, because now I am a U of L fan. Now, I mean, the thing about this is pretty much U of L. Thing about this NCAA investigation, if it would have actually, I'm thinking if they did this now, they actually lessen a bit of a sentence of what they get, because at this point they're going to be getting a lot of different things that could happen. Is a lot of things, and a majority of those things is pretty much if they didn't do this, I'm thinking they would have done was taken a loss. There would have been a big loss, major loss of scholarships, loss of championships, loss of scholarships, and they would have been banned from postseason more than just this season. They would be for like more seasons to come. It could be like 2 years, 3 years, possibly. I mean, 2, maybe 3 years. And one big thing is Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino thing is about the NCAA made with coaches. Even if the coaches were involved or indirectly involved or not involved in any form of way, they also have to be punished. So that's the thing there. So the question there is, I'm thinking if they did something like, if they did this now, when you look at the punishments they get at the end of this thing, there won't be that much of a big, it wouldn't be that much of a, it doesn't feel like that the NCAA gave them like a crazy, insane, harsh punishment for something that could have not really happened. So, and so in fact, there's a lot of U of L fans pretty much who's probably disappointed because of this news, and it's a big deal. But there's the thing here, and that's this. Pretty much, and sometimes in the world, be a better place. Sometimes even the good people have to lose, and eventually, sometimes not sometimes the villains win and the good guys lose. I mean, so what I'm saying is it's heartbreaking, but what U of L is doing is the right thing, and pretty much something that will be a little justified. It is justified. That is they doing is justifiable reason, and pretty much. And I'm thinking when in this investigation, if and when this investigation is completed, and if they are found innocent, best believe that U of L is next season won't be just a better will be a stronger team. They'll in their mind will be immediately just getting revenge and proving to everyone that despite what happened, it is big. They are not someone you can mess with. So that is pretty much my honest take about U of L and their self-imposed ban on this. Now tell me what you think about this scandal. So tell me at home, what do you guys think about this? Leave some comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I'm Jason Johnson, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.